F1 is back, people, and since this weekend is the first Grand Prix of the season, the Australian Grand Prix, I want to give you a brief overview of the track. Named the Albert Park Grand Prix circuit, the track is a straight race around the Albert Park Lake and held its first modern F1 race in 1996, though it held races in the 1950s. It consists of 14 turns with 4 DRS zones that the drivers traverse for 58 laps. The track itself is a bit bumpy and can be slippery as the drivers need to run a few laps before it's properly rubbered, but it's also one of the fastest tracks of the season. It is sure to have excitement and can be an indicator of how the season will progress. Sector 1 runs from the checkered line to before turn 6. The checkered line stands about halfway through a straight. Drivers head clockwise towards the nearly 90-degree right turn of corner 1 before immediately entering the sweeping left-hander of turn 2, which can be dangerous at the start and risk multi-car crashouts with the blind bottleneck. This leads into a small straight which contains the first DRS zone before braking hard into the slow, acute right turn of corner 3 into a quick, tricky left-hand 90-degree turn of corner 4. Shortly after is the flat-out right turn of corner 5 before a short straight that ends the sector. Sector 2 spans from turn 6 to before turn 9. Drivers head into the sharp 90-degree right turn of corner 6, which was widened for more racing lines, and then immediately into the gentle left curve of corner 7, which can be taken flat out and holds the first DRS detection zone. Corner 8 is another gentle curve, but to the right. That is a very curved straight that contains the second DRS zone and would be considered turns on other tracks and ends the sector. Sector 3 flows from turn 9 to the finish line. Drivers enter the extended left-right chicane of turns 9 and 10 before entering the third DRS zone along a slightly curved straight. Drivers then brake hard into the sharp 90-degree right turn of corner 11, which leads to a short straight and then a softer 90-degree right turn for corner 12. Between turns 12 and 13 is the second DRS detection zone. Corner 13 is an acute left turn, which requires heavy braking, that immediately flows into a softer 90-degree left turn for corner 14, and then the final straight that holds the fourth DRS zone as the drivers cross the finish line. And that's a brief overview of the Australian Grand Prix. Very excited for the season to start with tons of rookie drivers in the final year of regulations. It should be interesting to see the new driving styles and how much teams are willing to work on the car designs that we scrapped at the end of the season.